Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Costello and I am a YA author. I currently have one fantasy series out and I'm working on a science fiction series, but this is going to be the first official vlog of Preptober. Preptober is the time of year where we get ready for NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month, and you try to write 1,667 words a day, which would equal 50,000 words by the end of November. So Preptober is kind of the month where people start to get their lives situated, understand what the story is that they're gonna write, all that sort of stuff. If you are new here, please hit the bell button so you know when I post. Sometimes it's sporadic, but I am trying to post every Friday. Been pretty good over the summer, so we're gonna try to continue that. And make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, a little thumbs up. So, what is on my agenda for today? Today is actually the last day of September. It is September 30th. For some reason in my head there was 31 days in September. There's not. But I wanted to tell you what I'm going to be doing for my story and go from there. So if you don't know me, I have a fantasy series called The Rituals. I currently have 2 books out in it. I have The Rituals and Rebellion. So what I am planning to do for NaNoWriMo this year is work on the draft of the 3rd novel. I have already started it. I'm about 30k words in. If you hear a bell, that would be my kitty cat. Also, my washer and dryers are behind. I'm working on the first draft of that novel. My goal for it is to have it hit 100k by the end of the year. So I will possibly be doing a little bit of writing during October, and I definitely will be extending time into December, but November will be my main time to be writing. Now, during this time, I am also in the editing phase for my science fiction novel. This story is a YA space opera military science fiction book, and I am currently working on the edits for it, and I'm getting the notes back from my CP. So during the beginning first 2 weeks of Preptober, I will also be working on this because I am planning on sending it out to beta readers on October 15th. It's a Friday. What's the 16th? October 16th. I have a calendar here. So I'm going to be working on that. I just hit the halfway mark yesterday, so I should be done with this past by the end of the weekend, and then I need to get on my computer and implement all the edits, as well as a few changes that I know I need to work on. But I'm also going to be working on this a little bit during Preptober, and then facilitating the sending out of the chapters for beta edits and things during November. And at the very end of November, I should be, if everything goes to plan, going through beta edits. So the next 2 months are going to be very busy for this book, which is why I'm not entirely leaning on this. This will be my break. It's something that I still have the goal to do, but I will have the next 3 months to get the 70,000 words. So I'm doing NaNoWriMo, but I'm also being a little loosey-goosey about it. This will be my main priority for writing in November. So my goal is to try and really front-load Nano and then go from there. I do want to also point out as far as November goes, and acknowledge the election. So I am from the US, and in November we will be having our presidential election. I'm not going to say I'm not nervous about it. I am unsure of it. Last night was our first presidential debate, and I'm not going to get into politics, but I will say in 2016 it was hard. A lot of people in the artistic sphere that I am in were very hurt by the election, were very thrown off by the election, confused, and it drastically mentally affected our art and our creation. So that is something that I'm sort of going to be building in to my plan. I know that will be a thing, probably. hopefully not. But it's something that did affect me in 2016 and affected my friends. So if you are also nervous about the election and you're planning on doing NaNoWriMo, or just creating in general, I think it's something that we should look at and acknowledge and think about. So we're prepared for it, unlike last time. Okay, moving on. So that is what I'm planning on doing for NaNoWriMo this year. It's going to be interesting. I'm also, through NaNoWriMo and working on this draft, I discovered the challenge project of Millwordy. Oh, that's one cat. So we might have a cat fight. They might start playing behind me soon. The challenge of Millwordy, which is where you try to write 1,000,000 words in a year. Now, I know with what I do for my day job and my writing and what I have planned, I do not plan on writing 1,000,000 words. But it will be a way for me to track and make sure that I'm getting my editing done and getting my writing goals met. So I'm planning on doing a 1/2 Millwordy, but from what I can gather, you also can do, it's not just drafting, it's going through things through editing, adding words, and also taking back words. I can't find a real good video on Millwordy, but I like the concept of it. So I'm doing sort of a 1/2 Millwordy. I planned out my next few months of writing, and for the next few months there's going to be between 70,000 and 60,000 words that I'm going to try to write during a month or edit during the month, and then it'll drop down to about 30,000, which is a lot more manageable. It's like less than 600 words a day after that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, because I know after March I'm going to probably jump into editing NaNoWriMo based on what my schedule is currently for Project ISS. So I'm sort of doing that, which is cool. I set up a whole spreadsheet yesterday, so I'll probably link the video down below, because even if you don't want to do Millwordy, it's been really important for me this year to track my writing and how I've been doing. I think I showed a little bit of my COVID tracker earlier in the year when I was like, okay, I'm in lockdown, let's see how much I can write, and it was really important for me to track that. So I am still working on tracking that, and I like seeing it and knowing how I'm doing from week to week. So I don't think you have to do Millwordy. I was looking for a way to structure it, and this works. Yeah. Also, another thing I'll be working on in October, and right now, is the Rituals audiobook. So I have a background in performing arts and theater, so I took it upon myself to record and produce the Rituals audiobook, which in a small apartment where I have neighbors and they're doing construction next door has definitely been a challenge. It's made editing a challenge because I want to make sure that the sound is consistent throughout, and I recorded it over a series of months. So it's been interesting. So I will be doing the final edits for that, because the goal is for it to come out mid-October. So I think that's everything for my writing update. So as far as what I've done so far for Preptober or Preptober, as I saw someone say on Kate Kavanaugh's stream this morning, is I've gone through, like I said, I've written about 30,000 words of the Rituals. So I went through and I did what I call, / my professor in college called, your reverse outline. Now when he said it, he was referring to our essays to make sure that all of our major plot points and arguments were there. I use it to make sure that I know what I've already said in the story and have a general outline and idea of what I've said, because I haven't really worked on this since April. I've added about 2,000 words in the last 4 months. So I went through and I read through the first few chapters that I have written, and I did I'm doing it over a series of time. I've been really keeping track of the dates. So the date that something happened, the character with their assigned color, and then a little brief paragraph about what happens in that chapter for each of the 16 chapters that I have so far. And the red is something that I feel like should be added into that chapter, or maybe should be considered as a future point, specifically around some mental health stuff for these characters, because they go through some rough stuff. And also questions about the characters and who they are, and I think I also listed in here some like the role-playing like characterization thing of like who is chaotic good, who is lawful evil, that sort of thing. I don't think I have anyone in my book that is a true neutral. I definitely have some chaotic characters and some lawful characters, and it's the idea of how that gets together. But a question for you, my audience, is I am thinking about switching my live streams from here on YouTube to Twitch, since that is a streaming platform specifically made for streaming. Would that be something that you would find interesting? Would that be too confusing? I don't believe you have to sign up or make an account for it or anything like that, but I do know some people have had really good success on there, and it might be a way for more people to find my platform. So what do you think? Would that be beneficial? Would that not be? I'm thinking of doing streams also every Sunday from here through at least November, possibly through the end of the year. Depends on my schedule and my life, but that's what I'm considering. So what are your thoughts? Do you think I should switch to doing the writing streams on Twitch? Be an easier platform to maintain. I would just have to set everything up for like all the bars and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with a writing update, because I feel like I've given you good? I feel like I've given you updates, but not like concrete updates, so I'm hoping this is what this will be, and be a little bit more clear. We'll see when I edit it. I might have to like shift some things around, because you will find, if you stick around, that I don't really write with a script, or I don't make YouTube video scripts. I get a idea and a plot point in my head. I feel very much like I write, where I get a main idea and then I just kind of go, I need to go here, but how do I get there? I gotta go blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna edit this video, and I will see you in the next one. All my social media links are listed down below if you want to get information early, along with discounts and exclusive deals and things like that for my books and workbooks and webinars. I'm thinking of making some webinars. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter, because that is the way that you will get those secret details. Also, if you want to see my daily journey through writing, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Okay, I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.